Good morning, Vietnam! Well, if you're not awake now, you sure as hell better be. I'm sorry. That was a tribute to Robin Williams, man. God bless your soul, man. I hope in heaven you're up there making more people laugh. I really miss you, dude. Rest in peace. Alright, enough of that music because it gets really annoying after a while. Anyway, what's up, guys? This is going to be my SNK Neo Geo Pocket Color review, and I'm also going to show you my current Neo Geo Pocket Color game collection and talk about the games. And so, yeah, this is my personal SNK Neo Geo Pocket Color. For those of you that don't know, blue is actually my favorite color, and since this bad boy is in sky blue, it's badass. I just love this thing. So anyway, for those of you viewers and or gamers that have never heard of SNK Neo Geo brand video game systems, this was their second model of the handheld that they came out with, that was called the Neo Geo Pocket, and this is the Neo Geo Pocket Color, kind of like Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Yeah, I'm sure you guys get the gist of it. So anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember reading online that this bad boy came out in 1998, and since that was the year I was born, there is absolutely no way I could have played this when it first came out. But my God, what a hell of a handheld, and just what an incredible little handheld video game system. Like, this thing is just really freaking cool. And believe it or not, funny story, the reason why I even got my Neo Geo Pocket Color is because when I graduated 8th grade, my dad asked me, "What do you want for a graduation gift?" And so I was like, "Could I get something off of eBay?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure. Go take a look on there, you know, have fun with it, pick out something nice, and I'll buy it for you, and that'll be your gift." I was like, "Okay, say no more." So I go on eBay, look up some, you know, obscure different video game systems, and I found this bad boy. And my dad bought it for me. It came to my house, and yeah, that's the story of how I got it, and that was my 8th grade graduation gift. And believe it or not, to this day, I still don't know how much my dad paid for this, because he never told me, and for whatever reason, he never would tell me. Whatever. But for those of you wondering, this exact handheld video game system and its predecessor, the Neo Geo Pocket, they really don't go for that much. Like, I think I've seen used ones in good condition, in good working condition on eBay for like 40, maybe $50. So yeah, if you're looking for a new, well, not really a new, but if you're looking for a kick-ass, obscure handheld video game system, highly recommend this, man. This system kicks ass. Okay, so I'm gonna just, you know, briefly go over. So that's the SNK logo. That's the speaker. This is the joystick, which I freaking love. You hear that clicking noise? I love that clicking noise. I don't know why, but it just makes that. And like that joystick is freaking perfect for fighting games. That's the power button. That's the power light. Your basic A, B buttons, and option button. You're probably thinking, what the hell's the option button? Well, believe it or not, the option button is the start pause button. Yep. I don't know why they couldn't just put pause button, but yeah, they put option button. They put option instead. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. So on the top, this trying to get that to focus. This right here is the cartridge input slot where you put the games in. that is the extension port because SNK Corporation made connector cables where you could connect one Neo Geo Pocket to, say, another Neo Geo Pocket or even a Pocket Color, and like battle each other and whatnot. On the bottom of the system, we have, that's the volume switch. In the middle is a optional headphone jack, and on the right side to the headphone jack is an optional AC adapter port to connect to the system and then plug it into, say, an outlet and just play like that, and you don't even need the batteries, you know. Nintendo had a lot of that stuff for their Game Boys, you know. Okay, this is the back of the system. As you can see, the classic SNK logo, SNK Corporation. This right here is the battery compartment. This bad boy, if you don't have an AC adapter and just want to play it normally, like on the go, like how it was meant to be, because it's a handheld, this bad boy takes 2 AA batteries to power it, which, if you think about it, that's pretty nice, because, like, say, the original Game Boy took, like, 4 AA batteries, which was insane. And, you know, if you really want to compare more handhelds, the Sega Game Gear, that mother took 6 AA batteries, and so on and so on. So this is the battery compartment. It takes 2 AA batteries to power the system. And then in this compartment, which I can't show you because I need a coin to open it, in that compartment, that is where a watch battery goes in order to save your game's progress. Yes, you not save your game's progress to the actual games. No, it saves directly to the system. Me personally, I kind of like that, because with, like, Game Boy games, say, older Game Boy games, what would happen, because the save batteries to save your progress in games were built into the cartridge itself. And so the batteries inside of the cartridges would go bad, and then they'd need to be replaced. You'd have to take them off of the motherboard inside of the Game Boy and have to resolder it back onto the motherboard. I myself do not know how to do that, but I've heard from a lot of other people's experiences it's not really all that hard to do. But, you know, my personal opinion, you know, if you got a Neo Geo Pocket or a Neo Geo Pocket Color, man, I'd stick with that over a Game Boy, because, like, you don't have to worry about changing save batteries out of the games. You know, eventually this save battery will, you know, go bad. But, you know, you put a coin right there, you turn it, this cover comes up, the battery's right there. You take it out, you put a new one in. You put the cover back on, that's it. It's so freaking simple. Anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember reading online that this badass, obscure little handheld video game system came out in 1998. So, that actually makes this handheld video game system as old as I am, 18 years old. Yeah, what else could I say? If I were to describe the Neo Geo Pocket Color's graphics, I'd say the graphics were definitely better, because this rivaled the Game Boy Color, say. Well, this did definitely rival the Game Boy Color. So, you know, if I were to compare the Neo Geo Pocket Color's graphics to, say, a Game Boy Color's graphics, I'd probably actually say that the Neo Geo Pocket Color's graphics were actually much better than, say, the Game Boy Color's graphics. You know, both systems, the graphics were in color, but excuse that was my clock. But this exact handheld video game system's graphics were just, like, a lot more advanced graphically than the Game Boy Colors. I mean, you know, again, both were in color. You know, that was a huge big to-do at the time. But yeah, graphically wise, I think this handheld video game system's graphics were just a lot better than, say, a Game Boy Colors. But okay, enough about me talking about the system. Now I'm going to show you guys my current Neo Geo Pocket Color video game collection. I'm going to briefly talk about each game that I have in my collection, okay? So, give me 1 minute and stay right there, okay, guys? Okay, guys, thanks for waiting. And this, I know, sadly, I don't have that many games, but still, anyway, I love these games nonetheless. These are my current Neo Geo Pocket Color. This is my current Neo Geo Pocket Color video game collection. I know it's only 8 games, but still, it's something, and all these games in itself are pretty good. So anyway, I'm going to start talking about each game individually and, talk about how they play, how I like them and whatnot. Okay, so first off, you'll notice I specifically went to these 3 games right here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because all 3 of these games are 2D Japanese fighting games. And all 3 of them have something in common. They all play basically the same. But to me, what I know Neo Geo brand video game systems are most famous for is their Japanese fighting games. They're 2D fighting games. They're freaking badass and amazing. This is Fatal Fury First Contact for the Neo Geo Pocket. That's a 2D Japanese fighting game. Basically, I think I actually remember reading somewhere online when SNK Corporation came out with the Neo Geo AES. That was their very first Neo Geo brand home video game console. Yeah, and I think I remember for the Neo Geo AES, when SNK Corporation first came out with it, I think I remember reading somewhere online that it was either the first Fatal Fury game or the first Art of Fighting game. Basically, SNK Corporation based it off of what other fighting games were popular at the time, you may ask? Street Fighter II and Killer Instinct. And so basically, SNK Corporation based, I forget if it was either the Art of Fighting video game series, or if it was the Fatal Fury fighting video game series. But basically, they based one of them off of Street Fighter II, and the rest is history. So, this is Fatal Fury First Contact, featuring my man, Terry Bogard on the front. Freaking love that dude. He's my favorite character in Fatal Fury and King of Fighters. And then next up is the King of Fighters R2, or some people know it as Round 2. Basically plays just like Fatal Fury. And then next up we have Samurai Showdown 2. Basically plays like Fatal Fury and the King of Fighters, except you play as the different characters you get to play as are samurai, and they all have swords or katanas. So, that's interesting and different, sort of, somewhat, from these two. All right, moving on. Next game I have here is Fuseli. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, so don't go by me for that. Yes, this game is a Japan import Neo Geo Pocket Color game. Yes, in case any of you are wondering, this badass little system is region-free and will play Japan import, Neo Geo Pocket, and Neo Geo Pocket Color games. And so basically how this game plays, it's a strategy turn-based RPG game, but you don't control like a human or a person. No, you control a robot, or more descriptively, I'd say a mech. Kind of sort of on the lines of the Metal Gears from the Metal Gear Solid series, those giant mech robots. Yeah, kind of like that. It's a really different and interesting game, and, if you have a Neo Geo Pocket or a Pocket Color, I would say this is a must-own for that handheld. Moving on. Next game I have here is Dark Arms Beast Buster. Basically how this game plays, it's a top-down, I'm pretty sure, zombie shooting game, which for this obscure little handheld system, I think that's pretty cool, because if you think about most handhelds, shooting games are either irrelevant, or they have them and they just suck. But no, this one is pretty good. It's a top-down view, so you see the whole person's body moving and shooting, zombies and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. All right, and last but not least, you'll notice I grouped these 3 games together because, yeah, you probably guessed it, they all play the same too. Puzzle Bobble Mini is a cool port for the Neo Geo Pocket Color of the classic Puzzle Bobble puzzle game video game series. And then Puzzle Link and Puzzle Link 2 play basically just like Puzzle Bobble. So if you like Puzzle Bobble or puzzle games, I'd recommend any of these games to you. And just so you know, most of these games to buy used off of eBay are like really cheap. I'm talking like $10 and under per game. Some games I paid like $5 for. So, you know, it's pretty good. Anyway, wrap this video up now. I am so glad and happy that I own an SNK Neo Geo Pocket Color. It is one of the most coolest and obscurest and weirdest handheld video game systems I own, but that's part of the reason why I love it so much, and it's just cool. Hopefully sometime in the near future, I will buy more games and expand my Neo Geo Pocket and Neo Geo Pocket Color video game collection. So then I'll probably have to do an update video on that on my YouTube channel. But don't worry, I don't have a problem doing that. All right, guys. So my final grade for the Neo Geo Pocket Color handheld video game system is an 8 out of 10 because it has some of the coolest freaking games on there that you couldn't get for any other system at that time. Now, mind you, it doesn't have a load of games like, say, what were made for the Game Boy, but it still has great obscure games in itself, though. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Brendan. I'll see you next time.